Time for your regularly scheduled Cathay gameplay, courtesy of Ryder Rohan this time. He has taken a defensive formation, which some people hate, but I mean, that is kind of the way Cathay is designed to play, so yeah, don't hate the player, hate the game, I guess, as they say, but we've got some rockets already raining on Pigman's orcs here. We've got Satang and a couple of rockets led by a dragon-blooded shooting gun, some jade halberds in the back, peasant long spears in the front, so looking to go anti-cavalry, anti-large roll here with some peasant horsemen, and then the rest on the opposite side. A goblin great shaman with a bunch of broken tusk mob and other boar boys, some heavy shielded black orcs, along with swamp things, goblins defending quad rock lobber in the back, including the hammer of Gork and more boars on the other side. So the rockets are landing and doing some pretty extreme damage to the light troops in the back. Those black orcs had taken a volley initially, did some pretty good HP damage, and killed like 4 unit models there, so not too bad. And we see more rockets pouring in, trading okay with the rock lobbers, but honestly not doing an insane amount of damage considering the value. I mean, if you calculate things, the rockets are what, like 1,000 each? The rock lobbers, I forget, they're not quite down to 500, are they? It's probably slightly more value on the skins side, but we do see the Hammer of Gork drop their artillery and kind of run forward here. The other crews are going to continue to take damage while the Greenskins advance. A little Curse of the Bad Moon in the back line. It's going to force one of these crews actually off. The other crew had been routed by the counterfire of the quad lobs. And the heavy black orcs moving in here. A little bait and switch with the boars and trolls in the front line, and then the heavies move in. See the bombs thrown in. Will be heavily mitigated by the armor of the black orcs. It's going to be relatively ineffective. Yeah, you see the damage is not too much there. Meanwhile, we see some boars shooting a gap here, getting at the back line, shutting down these archers. Rock lobber shots rain down. And yeah, not sure. Maybe Hammer of Gork was not meant to be running forward here, but certainly could run back. Did he actually destroy all the unit models of it? I don't believe so. Maybe he did, actually. I think they're all sitting right there. Or at least a couple of them. Curious. Anyway. Sometimes it is hard to find those artillery pieces. But Black Orcs certainly will be slugging well in the front line. You can see there, Satang is unleashing some pain in the front line as well. Curse the Bad Moon is going to roll over him. Actually will debuff his armor, speed, melee defense. So yeah, the debuff component of Curse the Bad Moon is one of the best components of it. Little Terror Route takes hold as well, which I guess the Swamp Thing's close enough. They're over there. I'm not really sure. Maybe the Swamp Things actually cause that terror. I don't see anything else that would be causing terror here necessarily. But yeah, Broken Tusk Mob coming back in. You can see the Green Tide kind of charging in the back line. Did manage to get through and get rid of a good number of the range units, but some of them starting to come back. Still providing that Harmony buff. You can see that is still active for most of these Cathay units. So very important to have that Harmony buff active on units while they're fighting, even if they're just trading slowly and dying into Black Orcs. You know, it will at least take them a little bit more time, allow Ryder to potentially get some troops back together here. Both forces slugging it out. Satang spotting everything map-wide for quite some time, which the VFX is, you know, a little aggressive for, maybe, but that's okay. Yeah. Broken Tusk Mob once again find the gap. Shoot through it. Halberds countercharge just in time. They're going to try and hold here as best they can, but ultimately, yeah, I mean, they do force the cavalry back. Black Orcs move in to switch places. And against the heavy, ultra heavies, I mean, obviously a little bit armor piercing on the halberds. And with Harmony, they'll actually trade decently well, but without that Harmony buff, at best they can, again, hope to just lose slowly here. I mean, the Black Orcs themselves do hit very hard, 14 AP, 34 base weapon damage. So that 80 armor, you know, could be shrugging up like a minimum of just under half of that damage, that non-AP damage. So, I mean, still, it's quite a bit that's getting through, right? Yeah, you're looking at what, like 30 damage probably total getting through, even on a low damage roll, on a low armor roll, I should say. But anyway, overanalyzing stats aside, taking a more holistic overall view of the battlefield here, we see some mobile tools still for the Green Tide, continuing to pressure what's left of the ranged units. Cathay gets a little bit caught up on some of these mobile tools. Boars in a nice surround as Cathay, he rotates his bow for massive melee damage. Pretty cool animation, honestly, even if it's doing some hilarious clipping. Meanwhile here, yeah, Jade's continuing to just try and hold out. The shooting gun then getting pestered by, it's landing in melee combat and then also getting pestered by the Night Goblin Shaman here. Goblin Great Shaman even. Running around on his wolf, just giving that vindictive glare. We've seen that Curse the Bad Moon a bunch of times. Don't even try it. Also, both has been burned. That snare and damage, probably on the Dragon Blooded. Sorry, I didn't catch that, but I'd imagine he's used that to kind of trap shooting gun into some melee engagements, try and get it to overcommit. But yeah, their terror kicks in. The Jade Halberds, they're going to get chased off by goblins. Beautiful leadership break, but let's see here for the Green Tide. Cathay is still quite healthy, and the tools for killing him are starting to get a little bit thin. I mean, maybe the Swamp Things plus Black Orcs in the late game grind in a surround, but that requires the Swamp Things to continue to survive. Peasant Archers actually get a really nice firing solution on them. I mean, tactically, this is going to be pretty critical to get rid of this regenerating, terror-causing, armor-piercing, melee debuffing unit that's just such a presence right now for Pigman. It really needs to get out of the picture as much as possible, but let's see. Will the Peasant Archers actually be able to break them? It doesn't look like they are able to before the Swamp Things and the Wolf Shaman, which is such a cool mount option, by the way. He is, like, technically one of the worst melee combatants on this, and on this mount and on foot. He does get the spider, which makes him into an obvious beast. But, yeah, I do love the pick here. Just the fact that he's, his combat stats all around are just absolutely appallingly bad. But he's so cheap. Got a great spell and ability kit. So, yeah, can run around quite fast and also kind of avoid danger in a lot of situations. But here, ooh, he is out in the open. Catay's got some ammunition left. Let's see. Looks like he's firing, trying to finish off the Swamp Things, which is, again, probably the right call. But now he does switch onto the Wolf Shaman way out there in the distance. I don't know if the YouTube codec is even going to allow you to see that, but Cathay draws a bead, gets a good hit. Good clean hit there, and that might be enough to get the leadership gone. With Goblin Great Shaman gone, then these immune to psychology Black Orcs are going to be a lot more likely to rout. Of course, they can't be terrified away. But yeah, shooting gun here, continuing to rally to the Jade Warriors, the Halberds, trying to screen as best they can, but the heavy mass of the Orcs basically just plow straight through them. That being said, Black Orcs that are here are going down, and yeah, unfortunately, Cathay doesn't count as a ranged unit for the purposes of... Excuse me, just coughed directly into the mic, I apologize. He doesn't count for giving Harmony, at least, right? So, no extra little melee attack buff for these units in this late stage. Only 17 melee attack versus the 39 melee defense of the Black Orcs. Armor is a bit down from being exhausted as well, but immovable bulwark is popped. 60 melee defense. They're basically taking no damage at all from those Jade Warriors. Same thing here. These Black Orcs, they're also going to be doing very little damage, but these two units will basically just wet noodle each other for some time. Black Orcs probably went out in the eventual grind, but yeah, it does appear that the Goblin Wolf Shaman could get sniped there. And with him down, you can see the balance power immediately turns. Immediately, various Greenskins units across the field are going to rout or continue to rout. Definitely not come back. We shall see here. Right now, it's looking like these two Black Orcs are basically the only thing holding the army together at this point. Excuse me, guys. I don't know what's going on here. Got some summer allergies or something, but anyway. Yeah, eventually the leadership of the Black Orcs, despite the fact they could have probably held out for quite some more time, they do eventually give up. But how about those Black Orcs? Over 200 kills apiece on all 3 units here. We've also got a lag here in the late game. Yeah, value-wise, didn't technically pay for themselves, except for one maybe, but still, I mean, tactically, just being able to grind through so much stuff, it's quite impressive, honestly. Yeah, the quad rock lobbers didn't quite end up paying out like Pigman needed it to. I do appreciate the aggressive cav rush kind of combined with it, though. Ultimately, Goblin Great Chain gets mad value, considering how cheap he is. He's probably like less than 1,000 points with that kit. It's just amazing. Shingen also very cost effective as always. Satang also managing to hang around to the late game, get some key tactical shots, and some decent overall value. And then, yeah, 1,000 damage value on Peasant Long Spears. It's pretty normal for Cathay for their low tier units to significantly overperform. And then, yeah, one of the halberds also gets 1,000 damage value. So some contributions from the infantry. Yeah, kind of a nice combined arms win, honestly, for Cathay. Good contributions all the way around. Like, 1 archer, 1 cavalry, a couple of infantry. It's what you need to get the job done. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you like this sort of content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button. Every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.